Salvete omnes, or salvete omnes, if you're using the classical pronunciation of Latin, sum magister Christopher Perrinus. Well, I'm Christopher Perrin, and it's a pleasure to greet you as you celebrate 13 years at Acacia Academy. A special greeting to Rob and Martha Holshaw, who I've known for several years but haven't seen recently, and of course, greetings to those of you who love Latin and have been teaching Latin at the school, your magistres. And those teachers would be, of course, you know them. They're probably in the room. I hope they are. Mrs. Neer, Mrs. White, Mrs. Pugh. These venerable teachers have been teaching this lovely language, Latin, to students for several years at Acacia Academy. They do need Latin names, however. Mrs. Neer, of course, should be Magistra Proxima, and Mrs. White should be, well, Magistra Alba or Candida. And then Mrs. Pugh, what shall we call her? Well, I think of Church Pew, and the best thing in Latin is subsilium. And there's some students there, some discipuli that I also would like to greet. Salvete. They've been around for a while, these students that I'm thinking of, for example. They've been studying Latin for a while. Luke Gremmelspacher, obviously of German descent. How would we turn that into a Latin name? I have no idea. But Luke could be Lux, so let's just call him Lux. I hope you have been calling him Lux. And Ian Woods, of course, would be Ian Silvi, or Silvi if you're using the classical pronunciation. And then Dakota Rudd would simply be called Dakota Ruber, and she can tell you why. Well, congratulations on 13 years of classical education at Acacia Academy. I know that your theme tonight is love, and there's two words in Latin that I'd like to talk about that have to do with love, maybe three. Well, there's amo amare, which means I love, and then there's diligo, diligere, which also can be translated I love, to love. And then there's caritas, which is also love, from which we get the word charity. But amo amare, okay, this is a kind of family love, the love that you have for people that you really care about, friends, family. It's a good word. And the noun is amor, and you've heard this in other languages like Italian, amore, amore. All right. And you know some derivatives that might come from amor. How about the word amateur? An amateur is somebody who does something simply because he or she loves it, not necessarily because they're receiving any pay. Are you an amateur at something? Are there some things you do simply because you love to do them? Okay. We get words like amica in Latin and amicus that are related to amo amare. These are the friends, the people around you that you love. Amicus is a male friend. Amica is a female friend. But when Jerome was translating John 3:16 from Greek into Latin, for God so loved the world, he did not choose to use amo amare. He chose to use diligo, diligere. For God so prized, esteemed, God was so fond of the world that he sent his only begotten Son. He did not use amare. He used diligere. And diligere is this word that we use to describe something that we prize, that we select out of all other options, and we love this in particular. You see, legere there means to choose, to select, and delegere means to choose from among other options. It means something especially, particularly prized. For God so loved the world, was so fond of the world, esteemed it so highly, that he sent his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. Well, there's some other great words that come from this Latin word diligere. For example, the word diligentia, or diligence. Students should acquire diligence. I hope that, Luke and Dakota and Ian all are characterized by diligence by this point in their academic career. But note the connection to love. We study the things that we love. We're naturally diligent when we love something. So, think differently about your work work is really connected deeply to your affections, to that which you love. Well, may love of all kinds, whether it's caritas, which you can see in 1 Corinthians 13, whether it's God's sacrificial, affecting, prizing, esteeming love that you see in John 3:16, or whether it's amor, that love of family and friends, may it flourish among you there at Acacia Academy. Have a great evening.